artists, Quandrix are mathematicians and physicists, Loreholds are archaeologists, and Silverquill are poets and writers.
It'll take a second to come across to this one.
Yeah, that sounds a lot.
That's nothing. That's central.
awkward.
That's the shared space.
I haven't touched it in a long time. Well, this is working, but if it's not, the USB device is connected to this, didn't default it, and yeah, it's a pain. Anyway, now we're online. We didn't have audio for 10 minutes, so that's great.
That's fine.
But welcome back after the 3.5 month long hiatus and us talking and not being heard. So Strixhaven broken apart into the main campus and then 6 specialized campuses. Each one has its colors listed as Cody was talking. So we have black, white, blue, green, white, red. I can't see that.
Red,
white,
blue, red.
Blue, red. I can't see those down there.
Black, green.
And then that one.
This is the central. This is the shared
Oh, that is
space.
the central campus. So it's 5 sub campuses in the central campus. Yep. So the way this is going to work is you will all start out as first-year students. Assumingly, if you would like to, you can have connections to another 1 or 2 players as you come into the game. If you don't want to know anybody, that's fine. You're all going to go through orientation together. So that's kind of how you guys will meet. After your first year is when you will go into specialized campuses, and then from there you can pick a sub-college. So if you have
colleges being one of those.
One of the 5, yep.
Okay.
So it'd be good to have an idea of how you want to build your character and what sub-college you want to pick.
So will that kind of give you feats like you had on your...
So the feats are going to start you out. So I was telling a couple people here earlier, the feats are essentially like you have been prepped to go to that college ahead of time. So it's like going to high school and taking college classes. You knew you were going to go into a specific thing already, so you're trying to get started ahead of time.
Okay.
That's what those backgrounds are. So they come with 5 backgrounds in the book. I recommend them because they give you extra stuff that most backgrounds don't give you. Specifically, they give you choices of skill proficiencies, obviously. You get a language, you get equipment, but you also get their starting feat, which is the Strixhaven Initiate. It gives you a couple of spells as you level up that you get to cast, if you have spell slots, assumingly. And then it also gives you the ability to get a second feat that requires this feat to kind of summon a mascot of your college to as a familiar. So, not required by any means, but if you'd like to kind of say, my character was focused around trying to come to Witherbloom, then you can take the Witherbloom Initiate feat, and it will allow you to kind of start down that path ahead of time.
Gotcha.
And
Get
then
you
go from
prepared.
I'm stuck between several, but
That's
I
fine.
think Prismari would be...
And you don't have to pay.
goal.
You don't have to immediately know, but it's an idea to kind of...
Prismari
this
are
is-
the artists.
They are.
Red,
And so I
blue.
can give you guys descriptions of each one, because they're all going to be their own descriptions, and their own stuff.
I'm really
They believe that
excited.
art is explosions.
So the cool thing is that each college has 2 varying differences of I lose the word
Expression?
expression.
Yeah.
So Lorehold is the study between order and chaos. So there is a professor that only believes in order, and you'll learn from him. There's a professor that only believes in chaos, and you'll learn from him. But they fight each other, but there's a balance between the two. So Lorehold is history, it's philosophy, things like that. And they'll fight between, well, is everything chaos in the world, or is everything ordered? And so that's part of Loreholder. The Loreholder faculty are Augusta Talus, Dean of Order, and Plarg, Dean of Chaos.
That is the set that's during the Magic set. I have their card. I have all these cards.
And then you have Prismari. Prismari is
That would be perfect.
art and the fundamental forms of self-expression and magic.
Yep, there it is.
And they are perfection versus expression. So Cody was saying it's explosions and things like that, but it's everything needs to be perfect. Quandrix is substance and theory. See if this tells me a little bit more about that. So substance and theory is going to be like the math college. It's the difference between physics, logic, statistics, and theoretical magic. But you'll also delve into more magical stuff along with Witherbloom. And so each of these colleges kind of share a sister college a little bit. They have classes that kind of cross as their colors cross.
Wait, which one was Substance and Theory, the name of it?
Quandrix.
Quandrix?
Yes. Quandrix is substance and theory. Silverquill is radiance and shadow. It revolves around literature, fiction, essays, drama, poetry, and then languages, linguistics, oratory, rhetoric, and dramatic performances. So it's communication stuff. And then lastly, there's Witherbloom, which is growth and decay.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So it's about life and death, things like that. So yeah. So each college is really cool. They all have their own expressions, their own things like that.
So they're kind of like, all of them are kind of like yin and yang. Like
Yes, they all have their own yin and yang. Yep.
Polar opposite of each other.
Yep. Yeah. And typically the college believes that it's a mix of both. You'll have like one professor that teaches it's only order, there's only chaos, but everyone kind of thinks that there's a little bit of a balance to it. They obviously
And it's your choice to decide where that balance is.
Exactly. Yep. And this college claims that it'll help you learn that what you think is best. So yep. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. Each one has its own map. I can kind of show you the maps, obviously, because nothing is super specific in them right now. So let me pull the campuses up. I'll put the map thing over there in just a second. Okay. Alrighty, so we're going to go to the central campus first. And then I am going to go to my map. See if this works. My screen is... Oh, no, it's still so long. Okay, it's just tiny. Okay, so this is the central campus. It's because it's not centered properly. I have to play with this one. I thought I did. Yeah, it's because this resolution is off.
Oh, no worries.
Give me just a second online. Oh yeah, it's way off. I thought I fixed it a while back, but I did not. Maybe that's what I did, but so this is the central campus.
Cool.
I locked it. So there are a handful of important places on this campus that you guys will kind of use more than anything else. A lot of buildings on there you won't touch, but we'll kind of go through a couple of the important spots as we kind of walk through each of the campuses, and I'll kind of read a little bit about the this area itself. Let me go back to my chapter 1 and pull up the original map.
So all of the campaign will be within these.
It will be based around this. It may not be exactly in the campus itself.
Okay.
You'll go on sub adventures that are kind of near campus but away.
Field trip.
Things like that.
Field trip.
Let's go.
Let's go kill some
So-
people.
Just don't steal from the gift shop.
I want to steal from the gift shop.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So
I thought
the
so.
center, which is where you guys will be when you start orientation, is called the Biblioplex. See if it tells me. I think it had it in here. Center of Strixhaven is a biblioplex, the university's main library. At the heart of this library is a snarl, a tangle in the fabric of magic, that glows like a miniature sun in the Grand Hall of Oracles. A star arch called the Dawn Brow curves across the sky above the library, marking its location as the center of mystic learning. So, that is the center of the main campus. To the southwest a little bit. I'm not trying to type here. Come on. Is the first of two taverns that you guys will visit. This one's called the Bow's End Tavern, or it's places that you'll go for refreshments. The Bow's End Tavern is at the western end of the Dawn Bow. Where it meets the ground stands a small university landmark, Bow's End Tavern, which serves as a hangout for older students. Most patrons come for live music, delicious greasy food, and various potions and beverages. Others come to settle their differences in wild duels in the lot behind the tavern.
Cool.
So, that is the second one. The other tavern-esque place you guys will be visiting is called Fire Jolt Cafe. At the edge of the Archway Commons, just outside of the Biblioplex, stands the cozy Fire Jolt Cafe, where students cram both information and caffeine into themselves before exams. The cafe's name comes from its trademark beverage, which the manager brews with her fire magic. So, this has a reputation as a hangout for first-year students, but older students of all 5 colleges come in here at all hours. So,
Cool.
Just to the south of that is the Archway Commons. A star arch curves overhead like a small echo of the Dawn Bow, and a lush park, Archway Commons, marks the site. More familiarly called the Commons, the park is a favorite spot for students, especially first years, to gather in fair weather or to wander on through dates. Some of the university's clubs also use the park to host social gatherings and games, including live-action role-playing games and casual sports.
What about this? What sports?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
So there is sports in this game.
I know.
You said casual role playing games. We're gonna play D&D and.
No, they play offices and managers.
It's about this exotic world where people
Sit in a building all day
Are
and
wage
click clack
slaves,
away on
yeah.
this magical machine that they have to work
and they drive these gigantic like metal machines
Yeah.
that are really
I
scary.
think
To
they call
the
it
west.
fantasy keyboards.
They're very loud too.
Very clicky.
Every time you get in when you have to roll and on one you die.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a very high chance you die.
Yeah.
14
To the
bar.
west of all of this is the
That number
Strixhaven
gets bigger if you're
Stadium.
drunk.
Yeah, exactly.
The Strixhaven Stadium, where thousands gather to watch students play Mage Tower.
Yay! I love
And
Mage
sometimes
Tower.
other sports, and it's located near Bosun Tavern. And there is a whole other section on this that will come in the future. I think when you guys hit your college level second year, you'll be able to go play Mage Tower.
So how many years of
4. It should be 4 years if I remember right. I need to go double check that number, but
When do we open the Slap Rat Tavern?
That's what I was thinking. The franchise has to continue.
Yeah, it does.
I've heard about this one.
we'll have to figure that out because this is technically a completely different dimension.
Imagine there's a Slap Rat
A
tournament.
portal to an
Right.
alto dimension comes
Yeah.
out, like opens up, and like someone just drops a
Yeah,
note.
so it's just- yeah.
It's like open up a recipe,
Open up a recipe.
all the details, all our
what?
recipes.
Where at?
You know
Dungeons
that
of Fire.
we have the biggest imagination.
After,
when it
we'll
comes to
talk about that. 'cause I don't remember.
Yes.
We'll see.
I do.
We're gonna host the world's largest Slap Rat tournament at the Strixhaven Stadium.
Spider-Man home, whatever it
Absolutely.
is, the one where like just like a little portal opens and just drops
It's
Yeah.
just a
And
single
then
one. And a
lastly-
rat.
Venom.
In the commons is the Aerojaunt Field, which doesn't have a ton. It's up here. It doesn't have a huge description. It's essentially just a big open field that people play and practice sports on. Specifically, Mage Tower, they've got
Ultimate frisbee.
it'd be a perfect ultimate frisbee. place.
Quidditch.
That's
No.
that's the thing they do at Strixhaven Stadium.
Non-copyright restricted game with balls
Quidditch.
and
Quidditch.
Yes,
Quidditch.
that's the that's the thing
Brooms
they play
with
at Strixhaven Stadium.
Bronze
So
things
yeah.
and
They ride
Knuckled
mops.
and the,
Right,
the
mops.
bronze switch.
you fly on balls and throw brooms at
Oh.
each other.
You try to catch the bronze broom.
But yeah, so that is Central Campus. This is where you'll be spending your first year of college.
Let's go.
If you decide to go the Order Chaos route, you will want to go to Lorehold. This is Lorehold.
that looks cool.
It is based over an ancient ruin.
That's dope.
Let's see if I can read you the description. Lorehold is the College of Archaeomancy, a term that describes the exploration of ancient things through magic. Its mages explore the past by poring over archaeological sites, calling forth magical energy from old tomes, and summoning the spirits of long-dead historical figures. Lorehold mages travel far and wide across the world, gathering relics of bygone ages, and learning dead languages to unpack the secrets of history. So there are a handful of places. I need to zoom back and unlock it here. Handful of places here. The first and probably the place you'll be most if you're here is called Kolema Hall. Let's see if it tells me about this place. Kolema Hall is a grand multi-tiered gallery built into a large outcrop at the end of Effigy Row. Here, Loreholder mages gather for large lectures. At the center of the hall towers a magnificent statue of Kolema, a wise monastic who was one of the first Loreholder professors.
I feel like this is where you go to steal something to attune to it. Because they've got all the relics and everything.
Doesn't mean they're magical relics, it just means they're relics from ages past.
It's a single shard of pottery. That's all I have.
Pretty much.
You just go and you're
Or
like,
37
please
drafts of
attune.
the same book.
Yeah, that's true.
Second is Effigy Row, which is this. Let me just read it actually. I'm not going to claim what it is. The heart of the Lorehold campus surrounds a soaring bridge that crosses the chasm of Pillar Drop. The bridge and surrounding pathways are lined with monuments depicting historical figures, including past professors and prominent mage students, as well as war heroes and heads of state from ages past. And then finally, the most impressive thing here, Pillar Drop, which is this crack in the ground. Part natural chasm, part archaeological excavation, and part new construction. Pillar Drop is a series of buildings excavated out of cliffs on the Lorehold campus. Ruins and upgraded halls together are now used for research, classwork, and housing. Precarious bridges link one neighborhood of Pillar Drop to another, often directly passing the enormous stone faces of old statues. Every Lorehold student has a story of some careless student making a misstep on one of these bridges or in some particularly crumbling section of the ruins, sometimes with disastrous consequences. I thought you were raising your hand.
No. just
And sometimes
checking.
finding deliverance when a spirit statue appears from nowhere to catch the helpless student before they suffer serious harm. So that is Lorehold. The next campus is Prismari, which is the study of perfection and expression. Prismari, the College of Elemental Arts, is devoted to the study and practice of art intertwined with magic. The mage students of Prismari wield magic in spectacles of creativity, masterpieces of showy, over-the-top magic. They use elemental magic to express who they are and how they see the world, often combining different types of energy, fire, water, air, earth, lightning, heat, cold, in powerful expressions of conflict and harmony. Is it in here?
Is it them?
It's not. I have a whole book for that. The couple of places you can go here, or the most common, are... Where's my book? We're going to start with Conjurat Hall. The center of the Prismari campus is Conjurat Hall, a towering structure that is glassed in observation area at the top. Constantly changing strands of elemental energy encircle the structure. Artist mages can see for miles from Conjurat's main turret, and the view has inspired many artistic creations. Next is called Opus Walk. Opus Walk. Hundreds of Prismari creations are displayed along with a path that winds through the central campus buildings, giving the path its name, Opus Walk. Some famous portraits of magical art have been displayed along Opus Walk for centuries, while others transient bursts of creativity last only a few moments. And then lastly is a place called Fury Gale. At the outskirts of the Prismari campus, the abandoned creation of thousands of past artist mages have coalesced over the years into a notorious region of Fury Gale. Roped off by magical wards and warning signs, Fury Gale is several acres of ever-changing magical energy, gales of ice and wind and fire, and elements gone rogue. While dangerous, it also provides a source of wild inspiration, and it remains a popular spot for students who want to duel without being interrupted by faculty.
Dueling is
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yep. Next is Quandrix, or Math College.
The Nerd College.
The Nerd College. It's a good way to put it.
I know where I'll be doing.
You don't have to make you.
That's
You're welcome to, but you don't have to make you. Okay. Quandrix is the College of Neuromancy, a term that encompasses the study of patterns, fractals, and symmetries to wield powers over the fundamental mathematics of nature. Quandrix mages can summon creatures made of fractals or turn abstract theories into towering, spiraling patterns. They love to expand and multiply. They can increase their knowledge or size by bending numbers. They dwell in the overlap between theoretical and natural, from the fabric of their robes to the nature of their spells. They make use of repeated elements, clever symmetries, and surprising geometry to express the complex truths they study.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
It does.
It is.
So their first place is the Arithmodrome. I couldn't pronounce that. It's a weird name. The Arithmodrome. Where are we at? The Arithmodrome. The Quandrix campus is alive with dynamic sculptures made of water behaving in odd ways. Cube-shaped fountains, arching aqueducts that flow through the air, towers of solid-seeming water. One water structure holds a secret, a mysterious inner expanse called the Arithmodrome. From outside, the Arithmodrome looks like a large cube of water, 10 foot on each side, and the inside is apparently a boundless theory space that suspends rules of reality. Mages use this space to explore the theoretical numerical possibilities.
Wow.
The center of campus is called Taurus Hall. There's two more to go through. There's a lot of this. Taurus Hall, the central hall of Quandrix campus, lies at the end of a geometric series of walkways, terminating at an ascending ramp to the towering building. Inside Taurus Hall's architecture is mapped to an ever-changing three-dimensional grid, which slowly evolves. Some Quandrix faculty members insist that mage students shouldn't linger too long inside the hall, lest its geometry eventually turn itself inside out while students are still within it.
Dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Alright.
Careful. And then lastly, on the east side of campus is called the Cultivarium. If I can show the button. The Cultivarium is an eye-popping, sun-drenched garden of spiraling, cyclical plants and fractalized animals. Quandrix faculty members have repeatedly taught growth spells in this part of campus, and over the centuries, the area has come to intensify any growth magic cast within it. So that is the Quandrix College. Next is Silverquill. Silverquill is a college of eloquence, and its mages stylish, intimidating, and driven. Are masters of the magic of words. They create spells from spoken word battle poetry, or magical manifestations of the written word, describing patterns of runic ink in the air. These mages make for natural leaders, fiercely competitive, and with a piercing wit and never a second place attitude. I feel like Kai would fit in there.
He would, actually. Kai would be either here or Lorehold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a person or a character?
Kai is
I'm playing
Cody's
another
character from his other campaign.
Okay.
Alright, on the west end of campus is the first building we'll talk about, called the Dramarium. The Dramarium is a facility where Silverquill students train in fitness, dance, martial arts, and other acts of physical performance. Students can avail themselves of preparation space called the Grey Room, actually a chain of rooms, which has hair and makeup salons, voice rehearsal booths, mirrored rehearsal spaces, and spa facilities. The back of the Dramarium has a special sensory deprivation chamber for mage students who want complete silence in which to meditate. Center of campus holds Grand Loft Hall. The main Silverquill building is Grand Loft Hall, a vast space with shafts of light streaking in from the enchanted window panes far above. Grand Loft teams with balconies, booths, daisies. I don't know how to pronounce that word.
What is it?
Loges. Loges?
Just logs.
Logs?
LOGS.
Loges.
I have no idea.
Yeah, loggies.
Loggies.
Logs. I don't know. I'll have to look that one up. And other spaces where orators can perform their craft. Inklings, the college's mascot, flit around high in the ceiling. And enchanted spotlights automatically focus on any mage who uses powerful magic. And then lastly, the Rose stage on the west side of campus. This one's really tiny. I didn't zoom this one in.
Loses.
Loses?
Mm-hmm. It's a private box or enclosure in a theater.
Okay.
The front section of the first balcony in the theater.
I'm getting like rum vibes from this place.
Rum?
Rome.
Yes.
Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds
It's a
about
very
right.
showy thing. So, I mean,
Yeah.
that absolutely makes sense because the Colosseum was a stage.
This
more
is
than
the
anything else.
closest thing to their Slytherin, but Wizards of the Coast really didn't want to just make Slytherin again. So they're like, these aren't the bad guys. They're
Dramatic.
Yes,
Yep.
exactly. They're the theater kids.
They are.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And at the center of the theater, the Rose Stage, is a circular rotating platform on the Silverquill campus. It has a backdrop of roses made of magical ink, which creates excellent acoustics. Mage students meet at the Rose Stage to practice performances, spar, or engage in honor duels. Faculty members often observe performances at the Rose Stage, coaching the students in their magical and rhetoric displays. And then finally, we get to Witherbloom, which is the College of Life and Death.
Is Dinah Soul Steeper in here?
I will look.
She should be. She wouldn't be the dean. She's one of the heads. I think she's a later year student at this point. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't see her currently, but I'll keep looking. All right. First place here is in the southwest-ish, called Widdershins Halls. The center of the Witherbloom campus is Widdershins Hall, a bog mansion that looks like it grew out of Sedgemoor itself. Widdershins is a network of interconnected wooden pods with planked walkways leading out of it like tendrils. The hall has a cozy inner chamber where students gather for classwork. And I guess I should read you about Witherbloom before I tell you anything else. At Witherbloom, the College of Essence studies, mages draw power from the opposing forces of life and death. These mages brew their spells from natural components and the essence of living creatures, using that power to heal or harm the living, or raise or entreat the dead. They can cause entire forests to blossom out of nowhere, or call down old curses and scourge flesh from bone. Some Witherbloom mages defend ecosystems and pollution, while others revel in the power of corruption. They're at home riding zombie crocodiles down a languid river, picking herbs from a potion to treat a disease, brooding over a chorus of swamp frogs, or summoning fearsome avatars of nature. So,
Pretty chaotic.
it's all about life and death. There's not really an order there.
Mm-hmm.
So, to the east is, I believe there's just double check. There's not. The detention bog. When you go in, you're bad. A stinking, thoroughly unpleasant marshland lies adjacent to Sedgemoor, the detention bog. Witherbloom faculty members send misbehaving students to this bog as punishment, but it's also an excellent place to gather herbs for certain cures and curses.
They're all about pests here, aren't they?
What do you mean?
Summoning pests. Blix is there, right? He's like the mascot for this college?
I have to see. You know more about this than I
Let me
do.
look him up.
So the two deans are Lizette and Valentine. I don't know if that means anything to you, Cody.
Yes.
Some of the cameras went off, but it's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal.
Oh my gosh. Which camera?
Mine.
Can you? Yeah, I went to sleep because it. Can you just press the button over there?
There he is, Blix, the vexing pest.
That one?
Yep. It should.
He's
it
like
should
the
make
mascot.
the lens come out.
Okay. Here, I'll just turn it off.
Yeah,
and on.
that's fine.
Weird. We gotta figure it out.
I know. It's just these new cameras are a pain in the neck. It should take a second to repop, but we'll see if it works.
That's why we're having a session 0.
Apparently, this thing.
Gotta work
Oh,
out
just
the
lost 2
colors.
more.
Then they're back.
Okay, we're good now. Oh, now it's yellow.
Hey, go piss, girl.
Let's go.
No, we're in
Anyway.
the Wild Wild West.
I don't know why this thing
We're
was
in
not
Mexico on
like
Breaking
but-
Bad.
Anyway, okay. Lastly is to the north. This is kind of this whole area, but it's called Sedgemoor. Sedgemoor, the bayou area that encompasses the Witherbloom campus, is known for a range of swamp creatures: bats, crocodilian monsters, zombified animals, lumbering beasts called brackish trudges, and canine creatures called groffs. Sedgemoor is an excellent place to find pest mascots, herbs, spider silk, fungi, and other ingredients for potions and spells.
They like to eat the pests.
Do they give them powers, or they just?
In Magic, mechanically, what they do is whenever pests die, you gain 1 life. So I'm assuming they give you some kind of boost.
I don't know. We haven't gotten that far yet.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
So, that is the main campus and the 5 sub-campuses. So, that is just kind of a lore background for you guys, so you guys can have an idea of what you want to pick.
Awesome.
Obviously, you don't have to know immediately, but it kind of gives you an idea. For session 0, a couple things I wanted to do is go around and have at least an idea of who each person's going to play. Whether you know your class immediately or not, that's okay, but just kind of give us an idea of who you're going to play. The book offers a new racial option called the Owlin, which is an owl creature. You get to pick a college when you get to your 2nd level. It adds several of the backgrounds that we've talked about. You can pick a specialization in one of the 5 colleges as your background. It will add a couple of feats which come with those backgrounds. It adds a couple of really cool spells. One that I do kind of want to talk about up front because it is a spell that can be potentially game breaking. I don't want to ban it. I don't want to ban it, but I want to kind of just think about how much you use the spell. The biggest thing. First level, and it's
Every
crazy
round.
strong.
I'm gonna cast it every round. Not if there's not a target, I'm still casting
Hold
it.
on.
Yeah, just cast it
Fireball.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Am I out of spell slots? Guys, we got a long rest. I need to be able to cast this more.
the spell, which you probably have all heard, maybe have all heard of, is called Silvery Barbs.
I'm not.
Oh, yeah, I know.
First level
Silvery.
spell.
No, so
As a reaction, which you take when a creature you see within 60 feet of you succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. You magically distract the triggering creature and turns it momentarily unnecessary into encouragement for another creature. The triggering creature must reroll the d20 and use the lower roll, granting disadvantage essentially. You can then choose a different creature that you can see within range. You can choose yourself, and that creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw made within 1 minute.
It's not bad.
It's really good
Really
because you
good.
grant your opponent disadvantage and you give yourself advantage, all with the first level spell slot. So, the first couple levels, it won't be too bad. When you guys get to like 5 and upward, it's going to get really bad because you got a lot of first level spell slots. So, I'm not going to say no. Just kind of keep an eye on how often you use it, because if you use it too much, then I'm going to have to start using it.
And it's a reaction
So
too.
It's a reaction.
Yeah, so you
So
can
you-
be like, uh-oh, they're about to hit my friend, Silvery Barbs.
But you can't use a slotted spell slot
You can.
if you've used
You still can with a reaction.
with a reaction.
Same with shield
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
and
yeah,
counter
okay.
spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why it's really strong, is because it allows you to do that.
I'm literally gonna learn so much this campaign since I had no magic
Yep.
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
So-
I don't really play
What's a
casters
spell
much
slot?
either. I've played half casters before, so.
Yep.
Can I play a barbarian? I'll imagine you show up to the school of mages and you're like,
So they actually,
like to
they actually
smash
talk about that,
things.
Cody.
I thought about being a druid.
They talk about that.
Yeah.
So a Path of the Ancients barbarian would make sense because you're learning about your history.
True.
So you can go to Lorehold,
That
learn
makes
about
sense.
Oath of
Do
the
that.
Ancients, and learn about your history and who your ancestors
Yeah.
were. So yeah,
That's smart.
any class,
That's cool.
any subclass is pretty much open as long as you can figure out a way that you can spin it to why are you at a magic college.
I'm
Okay.
thinking about using
So-
a fighter rune knight.
Ooh, that's
So-
neat.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to start us off and just kind of give us a little description of you, or do you want to?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so I
I
talked to
think I
Jonathan
might
about
want to be a
this.
sorcerer.
You can.
I think I want to be a sorcerer, and I want to be in Prismari, and like my god inspires me to make art. I'm just so like in awe of his power that I want to
Okay.
create art, and by art I mean explosions. Art is fleeting. Art is
Evocation wizard
momentary.
is-
Yep. No, that's I said No, I meant
Sorcerer?
warlock.
Oh.
Warlock.
Your patron.
Yeah, my patron is inspiring this like incredible.
So fiend.
Maybe.
They do with fire.
That sounds pretty good.
That does sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so I'm thinking about being an owl.
Okay.
Kind of sounds cool.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be super nerd. You know, nerdy glasses and everything.
You'll be friends with Pintorius. Sorry, I'm
You're
I'm
fine,
gonna
no,
be
this
real
is
excited
information.
about this setting.
So I'm thinking about going to that math college. And that
Quadrix.
sounds- Quadrix sounds really cool.
Yep.
And then, so I'm thinking about being a fighter rune knight. So I won't get that until 3rd level.
Okay.
But thinking about being like a fighter with a shield and everything. But the rune knights is kind of cool because so I can get my strength up, then I can grapple people, and like
Give him a big hug.
deal some big heavy damage. if
Sure.
They don't, you know. So I was thinking,
And what does that have to do with math?
He's an owl.
he's a nerd.
just a nerd.
Oh, okay,
I'm a
that's
nerd.
fair.
Yeah, I
That's
guess.
fair.
So I'm thinking like my background is like, so I'm an owl,
Yep.
but my parents got killed,
Okay.
and some hill giants or some type of giants found me and kind of raised me as their own. And that's kind of where the rune knight takes in, because that's all like going back to not trolls but giants and using their kind of like magic stuff.
Okay.
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 That's some spam text. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And I got excited.
Yeah, I know. I did too.
Yeah.
Okay. Ethan, do you have any idea, or do you want to come back to you?
I do have an idea. I've actually been thinking about it. I thought all y'all would have a lot more thought put into it to me, but I guess I did. So let me bring it up here. I don't have everything figured out,
That's
and I
fine.
also don't. I mean, obviously, the other one was my first campaign ever, and I don't know all the different stuff, the new things that are modified with Strixhaven. But I was telling Jonathan that often when I play characters, I have like some like kind of go to like archetypes for characters when I play
Sure.
role-playing games.
Sure.
So this is, and I kind of the other one, like the one I just played last time was kind of an archetype for like kind of being like kind of fun and loving and doing whatever and like kind of being ridiculous.
Mhm.
So I kind of want to play my like chaotic neutral kind of evil, like do whatever I
Sure,
want kind of
sure.
character. So my character's name is Corvalon,
Okay.
and it's like similar to the last name because like in my like weird stupid headcanon, like the alternate universes are like kind of related or whatever.
Okay.
But
okay.
Corvalon is a half elf wizard. I think eventually become a what do they
Blade
call
singer?
her? Blade singer in this.
Okay.
So like I'm used to like another thing like being like a spell sword. So that's what I'm gonna do is basically be a spell sword.
Yep.
I'm thinking I want to do Prismari or Prismari.
Sorry.
Just because I think that the art part is cool and that's something that is about me that I want to use in it. Because I'm not a bad person. I think the other one is more like my personality, whereas this one would be less my personality. So I want to do the art thing. I think I want the other thing I want to kind of pull for myself. I think is that I want her. I'm also her to be a woman again, but I want her to be a better student than like people would assume. Because that's kind of how I am. Because I have like a very like I'll do whatever I want. Like
Yeah.
kind of just chill vibe, but I like still got.
You're a sleeper student.
Yeah, exactly. I got like almost a 4.0.
I feel-
Like I
yeah.
graduated with honors, that kind of stuff. But people like are kind of like surprised by
The one where the teachers are like, "How are you cheating?" You're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I just
I'm
studied.
just good at it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what she's gonna be like. I haven't rolled all my stuff yet. I would like to roll it with you, but those are my thoughts. And I think, like I said, eventually pick Prismari, and I think that's a big part of the character. I think that's all. I would love to do more with like the background and stuff, but I don't know enough to.
Okay,
do that.
that's
So
okay.
That's it.
Yep.
That's me.
I'm throwing. What was you
So
saying?
my character's name's Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm putting this together on the fly, but I think my character was born in one of the bigger cities,
Nice.
right? And there was an event. We don't know. He doesn't know what it is. This has been kept from him because of it. His parents took him and moved him somewhere way remote, and they told him never to go back there, and he's not supposed to be there, and that if he ever sees anyone in law enforcement or government, has a different name, etc., etc. And the people of this village really fear him, and he has no idea why. Just because he burns things a little bit sometimes, that's not that big of a deal. Everyone does it all the time, right? And he has been growing up and he's been told, oh, you're so gifted, you have to go to the school. So he thinks that I'm imagining like a small fish in a big pond kind of scenario where he's going from being a big fish in a small pond where he's like this prodigy that wields fire in his small little village now, to being suddenly surrounded by people who have magical abilities and he doesn't really know what to do with it.
Okay.
Wow. Sarah's watching and she says the music is so loud she can't really hear us talk.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you, Sarah. Killed it by like half.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to do something
He
with
just
that.
killed us.
And he's very...
I did just kill us.
Wrong way.
Wrong way. There we
Much better.
go.
Okay, there you
And he's very enthusiastic, very excited about everything because he's kind of like...
He's listening to make
Oh,
sure
okay.
that sounds okay.
He's got that kind of like, oh, well, I grew up in the big city, but in reality, he left the big city when he was like 8. But he like wants everybody to think he's from the big
Yeah.
city, when in reality, he's from like this small little village.
Okay.
And so like everything to him is like he's really excited about it, but he tries to like play it cool. Like, oh yeah, no, I've seen this before. Definitely been
Nice.
around this many people all the time. So yeah.
Nice. Okay. Do you have any idea on class or race?
I like Warlock.
Okay.
I like that
Warlock.
idea of that. What was the one that you said specifically?
Fiend.
I think Fiend.
Fiend patron.
You got a race.
Yeah, I haven't decided on a race yet.
Okay, that's okay.
Well, I got a guy. His name is... Yeah, he's an Earth Genasi. His name's Rowan.
So for people that are
What's
uninitiated, you want to explain what an Earth Genasi is.
He's just a rock guy.
So
He's a rock.
Genasi
You're the
are
thing.
the collision of the material plane and an elemental plane. So in his case, it's the Earth plane, and the Earth plane and the element and the regular plane have collided a little bit and created a pocket of magic. Something in that world came and he was born. I can read the actual description, but essentially it's from...
Because I don't really know.
Yeah. It's just from a collision between an elemental plane that has ruptured into our world. And so that's where Genasi come from. And so he's an Earth Genasi from the... Not necessarily from the Earth plane, but his energy came from the Earth plane. So...
Probably not from the Earth plane, but
Not directly, but like...
indirectly, yeah.
Yeah.
One of my parents.
Yes, yeah. They typically are born randomly, I believe. Genasis are born randomly.
Okay.
If I remember right. I might be completely wrong on that. Let me look real quick. So there are 4 types. There are fire, water, earth, and air.
That sounds about right.
They're tracing their entry back to the genies of the elemental planes.
Cool.
So they come from genies. But yeah, so they trace ancestry back to the elemental plane. So at some point, a genie
Is your patron.
had relations with someone from the material
An
plane.
Ifrit?
And yeah.
That's how Slapper gets.
So yes. Anyway, so Earth Genasi.
His name's Rowan.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, there was a...
I'm gonna be Yuan T.
Okay.
Because warlocks are charisma-based casters, but also you get an intelligence +1. I like the idea that this character is smart up here, but not very wise. Like, because he loves explosion and burning stuff.
Makes sense.
He knows the exact chemistry to make the best concoctions, to make the best
But
explosions.
doesn't realize he's
But
just
yeah,
burned down a whole
but
forest.
he doesn't. He's like, he's too busy asking whether or not he can, that he doesn't think whether or not he
He's
should.
trying to.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I think like
There's probably a setting.
as far as
I think there is. I'm just not sure what it is.
I think as far as loose backstory type of thing, he just kind of was start digging holes and stuff and all that, and then just one day popped into a den of the wild mother or something, and
Okay.
fell on the artifact, and then got stuck inside of all of his other rocks and stuff, and now he's got magical
He's
stuff.
got a druid rock inside of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, that's the goal, is to be mainly druid with a couple levels of barbarian in it.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Any ideas?
I've got a few. It's definitely not nearly as developed as everyone
That's
else.
okay.
But I think I want to be a wizard because
Okay.
it kind of goes back to the last campaign that I want to be extremely smart.
Okay.
And just be like, my whole goal is to beat everyone and say I'm smarter than you. Just
Okay.
be annoying.
Nice.
But this might change. But I'm just trying to think. Because wizards are really intelligent because they
They are.
basically teach themselves magic, right?
Yeah, they learn in schools where they teach
Yeah, right.
themselves. Yep.
So I'm kind of going that direction, which makes me land in
Quandrix?
Quandrix
Okay.
as well. But I'll think about that.
Okay.
Maybe we can.
That's
decide
fine.
that
We
later.
can join up, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking. I don't know how obnoxious I want to be.
Yeah.
Because that could get annoying, but
That's the best part.
There was an
Or what you
attribute
could be
of
is,
Quandrix where it's like,
A wizard.
I want to be smarter than
know what
everybody
he's
else.
doing.
Was there?
Like that? Yeah.
yes, it's like this guy never studies, and you know he's like,
no, he's like doing a completely wrong equation and still gets.
Yep.
yeah, like I have my own way of doing everything.
That's not what I was looking for. Let's see it. Is it what I sent you?
Yeah. It says, I believe I'm always the smartest person in the room, and I'll prove it, even if no one asks me to.
That's
yeah,
me.
That's good.
There you go.
So now, yeah, I'll come up with a race and everything,
Okay. That's fine. Cool.
but something probably.
All right, so we each have an
obnoxious.
idea. So we've got a fighter, a wizard, another wizard, a warlock, and a druid / barbarian that will come.
I almost tried to be a druid.
What? You almost try to be a druid? Dude, druids are
Could.
really cool. I love druids.
Yeah,
Could be a druid.
You
I
could.
thought about it.
You still can. If you want to change it, that's fine.
Because if I
Think
was a
about it.
druid, it makes sense to do the
With a bloom?
death and
Mhm.
life.
Or you could. What is it? Isn't there like a death cleric too?
There is a death cleric. There's a lot of clerics. There's grave cleric, death
Yeah.
cleric, life cleric. A lot of options
That's
there.
hard. There's
Yeah,
so
there
many
is.
options.
There are a lot of options. So, we don't have to hang out a ton tonight. We don't have to do the whole 2 hours, but I kind of want to get a base down.
No, agreed.
Another really cool thing in this game is you will be taking classes and taking exams. There's a whole setup of stuff.
Oh no!
yeah.
So there is a sheet I'll print off for each of you here in the next couple of days before our next session that will tell you can have relationships in this game, friends, lovers, things like that you get to kind of advance, and they give you boons and or banes. So you can have friends, lovers. It has a whole bunch of options. Let me read them to you. Friend, rival, or beloved. So you can have rivals in this game too. And then depending on how your connection is to them, they can give you boons or banes that will help your character or hurt your character. So, a lot of cool stuff there. You will take tests. I think it's 2 a year. And those
Your
That's it?
entire grade is
That's
dependent
it?
on it.
well, I think for the first year for sure it is.
I want more!
I'll have to look into it, but I think it might be just one per year. I'll figure it out. I'll get back to you. So we'll track your report cards. There are options for extracurricular activities. There are jobs you can have as well. So all of that's kind of involved with campus life. Jobs will give you, so extracurriculars will grant you
I'm gonna drop out.
what they call student dice, which is essentially bless. Kind of. It's more like guidance. Where you get a D4 that you can reroll once per day. So a lot of the stuff is based around what they call student dice. So the more things you do, the more student dice you can get, which just allow you to add a D4 to a roll or things like that. So it helps you just, the more you're outgoing, the better you are at everything else. So, jobs do the same thing. They grant you positive or negative relationship points with your person you want to get to know. They also can offer you, I think, skills. They help you with skills. So yeah, that is another part of that's going to come through this. For test taking, there are 2 phases. There is a studying phase and there is a test phase. And you can, if you would choose to study, you can study all night. There's a whole bunch of rules for this, and we'll go over these when we actually get to your first test. So you can pull an all-nighter, which will give you a level of exhaustion or grant you disadvantage on your test, but it gives you advantage on one of the rolls. So it's kind of a funny thing. It's like a risk, but it might really help. It might not help. You can skip studying, or you can study together with people, and that kind of helps you all work a little bit better. So, and then for the actual test, you're going to take 2 skill checks, and depending on how you do on those skill checks, you can fail, pass, or ace the test.
Wow. Okay.
So failing, there's 2 checks. If you fail both of them, you failed the test, which means you have to go try and retake it. If you pass it means you take 1 of the successful checks, and if you ace it, you got 2 of them correct. Or you pass both of them. Now, I will tell you this ahead of time just so you kind of have an idea that this is available. Cheating is an option.
Yeah.
You have ways to cheat. You kind of have to work with me on that, but they have some suggestions, but you have to kind of walk me through how you want to cheat specifically. So if you want to be the kind of person that doesn't want to take tests and do all this stuff, and you want to be the kind of guy that cheats, that's fine. You can do that. Just let me know. So that's going to be kind of fun.
Kinda.
Really fun.
Sounds really fun.
So, that is, I think, all we're going to talk about for this right now. I don't think there's much else I want to talk about. The other thing I wanted to go over was our house rules, just to kind of refresh. I have made some modifications, and I kind of want to walk everybody through them and see if everyone agrees.
Everybody can cast silvery barbs every round.
I mean, if that's all you're going to do, sure, because it doesn't do anything else.
Imagine if your
As
whole
a
character is
second
just
bonus
silvery barbs.
No.
Isn't there like a gnome feat or something that can, or a halfling feat that can do something like that?
Halflings get lucky, which allows them to
Yeah.
reroll.
Yeah, I want to play as a character with the lucky feat, and I want to play as the halfling
that gives you lucky.
that gives me lucky, and then I want to have silvery barbs, and that's it. That's the whole character.
No.
I just go around being like, and you roll better, and you roll better, and you roll better.
And you roll worse, because I don't like you.
What's a roll?
Yeah. What's a
I don't know. I just
Alright.
feel like saying it.
So a couple things I'm taking out we never really used, and they felt kind of cool, but I don't think that they're going to be great. The first one is success with the consequence. We just never really ended up using it that often, I didn't think.
Sure.
What is it?
Yeah.
Success with the consequence.
Not that much.
Oh yeah.
I don't think anybody really used it, and it didn't make anything really that great. We had a rule for spell without a spell slot, but I think everyone's playing a class that has some sort of magic,
Yeah.
or will have some sort of thing you can do, so I'm taking that out too. We're still going to do brutal criticals. That's going to stay the same. I think that's still a fun idea.
That is good.
I am going to take away turning a hit into a critical hit.
Okay.
I love the idea, but it's a lot to deal with.
Sure.
What was that rule again?
Hit into critical hit, where you can take 2 levels of exhaustion and turn your hit into a critical hit. It can work great. For certain builds, it's absolutely busted. For rogues specifically, for you it wasn't because you could already crit, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
But for like I've got a paladin in my other campaign who will crit on a level 5 divine smite and do, I think he did like 150 damage at level 8.
Wow.
So it's a lot of damage and it's
Jeez.
kind of hard to balance. So I'm pulling that out for that reason. So you can roll a crit. That's fine. Combat's going to stay pretty much the same. Initiatives rolled once at the beginning. General actions are going to be the same. You can take potions as actions or bonus actions. If you take it as an action, you get the full healing effect. If you take it as a bonus action, you roll for the healing. It does take an action to give the healing potion to someone else. So if you want to pour it down someone's unconscious body, you have to use your full action for that. You can't use bonus action.
Sure.
I am going to change the way that death works in this campaign because death is too easy. In our last campaign, you guys couldn't die. It was not possible.
What?
No one died. No one even near died. Once you hit like level 5, no one ever died. That was because we talked about it though.
Are we supposed to die?
No, but I want it to be a real threat. It's
Okay.
not
We
a real
almost
threat to
died. I
There was one time that we
we
almost
almost
died.
it was almost
We were in that tavern,
Okay.
remember? And like
We
all of the
almost
party
died.
minus
Yeah, we got
2.
some-
It was me
Surprised.
and you.
Yeah,
we were all
yeah,
like
me and Aiden were the
we
only
just
ones
drank
who
from that
did
tonic
so.
or whatever
Yes.
and
I remember that.
That was a real problem.
It was, but I had to throw something really hard at you because that was the only way to do it. So that fight was like, I scaled that fight because I had to.
I guess.
So anyway,
So
Critical Role uses a
Yeah, it's
specialized
like a
system
dragon.
that I really like, that we're gonna try out and see how it goes. And it's just called the Fading Spirit. So there are 2 side rules for this. I'm gonna make sure my phone's not going off because I thought I heard it vibrate. There is like quick resurrections and then ritual resurrections. So quick resurrections apply like anything that takes an action. So Revivify is going to be a quick resurrection. What that means is if you cast a spell, I'm just going to read this as in our rules. If you cast a spell with a cast time of 1 action and attempt to restore life via Revivify spell or similar effect, you don't get a contribution skill check. I'll explain what that is in a second. The character casting the spell makes a rapid resurrection check, rolling a d20 and adding their spellcasting ability modifier to it. The DC is 10, increasing by 1 for each previous resurrection the character has undergone. So the more you die, the harder it is to bring you back.
Okay.
So at the first start, if you die at first level, it's a risk because you only have like a +2, +3 maybe on your resurrection check, but it's possible. It's pretty common. Once you start dying 4 or 5 times, that DC is going to get higher and higher, and you're just going to have to risk whether you come back or not, and that's just going to tell whether your spirit is actually free to come back or not, or if it's almost been shattered too much to come back.
Sure.
So that just kind of gives risk to actual death and doesn't just give you a way out via the Revivify spell. The DC is is 10, increasing by 1. On a failure, the character's soul is not lost, but the resurrection fails. The resurrection fails and increases any further resurrection DCs by 1. No further attempts can be made to restore the character to life until a resurrection spell with a casting time higher than 1 action is attempted. So just because you die doesn't mean that you're dead. It just means that you're out until they have time to actually sit down and do a ritual. And that ritual comes at a higher level spell slot typically. So those are going to be a little risky. Resurrection. So the higher level resurrection, the rituals come with 2 parts. They're a resurrection challenge and then the actual check itself. So the challenge is if you're dead and attempt to be returned via an alternate spell or by an effect that's longer than 1 action, a challenge is initiated. Up to 3 members of the party can offer to contribute to the ritual via skill checks. I will ask you to make a skill check based on how you want to contribute. You're going to describe to me how your character can help with this ritual.
Okay.
Let's see if it gives me an example. For example, praying to a god of a devout, fallen character may require an intelligence religion check to be easy to medium difficulty, where loudly demanding the soul of fallen return may be an intimidation check really hard, right? So, I mean, depending on how well you can describe it to me and how well I think it will help the check, I can grant it anywhere from easy, medium, or hard difficulty.
Sure.
Once those are done, I will roll a single resurrection check with no modifier. The base DC for the resurrection check is 10, increasing by 1 for each previously successful. For previous successful resurrection, so that'll keep getting harder to bring you back. The DC is decreased by 3 for each successful contribution check. So everyone that helps will reduce that overall DC by 3. So that can be 3 people at 3 is 9 subtraction, so a DC of 1 to start.
Sure.
Upon successful, the player's soul will return to your body and the ritual will succeed. On a failed check, the soul does not return and the character is lost. Upon the strongest imaginable incantations can bypass resurrection challenge in the form of a true resurrection or wish spell. So obviously, if you get to that high, those can kind of bypass this rule.
So if I die, all I need to do is get my other character to level 20, wish my first one back, and then I can keep going.
And then they drop out of college and go back on.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
You got 2 characters.
So that is the new rules for death. I think it'll add enough balance to prevent it from... Camera went off again. I'm so tired of it. I gotta look at the settings. I think it might be a heat thing, but I'm not 100% sure.
Or just a timeout.
That's why I told you. I told you that about them overheating. My A6300 overheats a lot.
Is it? Problem is, I don't know why, because I'm not recording anything. It's just on.
It's really not too hard.
There's a setting that might be that it's like it's auto turn off is normal, not
I bet
high.
you're right.
I bet that's what it is.
I think it's an auto turn off.
The problem is that one has the same settings pretty much, and it's not turning off, so I don't know why. So anyway, that is that rule. I believe I'm going to take out the 4 inspirations per round or per session.
Lame.
I want to introduce inspiration another way, but I felt like 4 is just a lot.
It is a lot. It's valid.
So I am open to ideas. What our other campaign does, and what the new D&D 5e rules are turning to, is if you roll a natural 20, you gain inspiration.
I like that.
All right.
And so that can be really good. That specifically applies to like ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws. It doesn't apply to like. I'm trying to think of an example where it doesn't.
Me just sitting here and rolling my dice until I hit a 20.
That doesn't specifically count, but also.
Hey John, can I make a perception check? Do I see anything weird in this room?
No.
What about that room? Can I make a perception check on that door? Do I see anything weird on that door? What about that brick over there?
So, I think we're going to roll with that idea.
Intuition.
When you roll a natural 20,
Insight check.
you're going to gain inspiration, and that can be used to
gonna try to
reroll
deceive
your
you.
d20 or force an enemy to reroll their d20.
Intuition.
But that is all.
Insight, yeah.
Okay.
If everyone's cool with that.
Good one. Back and forth.
So that is inspiration. Second to last, and the last one is really easy. Second to last is the help action. The help action is great, and it is also very much abused.
What?
Help action?
When did we abuse the help action?
We just did.
Anytime you could.
I don't remember a single time.
No, it's
when
because
you're-
we were like, we're
The
doing
help
this
action,
too.
when you're out of
What
combat,
about-
you want to grant advantage to somebody else's roll.
Like, are you talking about Michael's guidance?
No, guidance is one thing, because that's a
Like
cancer.
he said, like when we say
Are you
like I'm gonna
talking
try
about,
this, and then
like-
he's like I'm gonna help him. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
So,
Not in
I'm
combat.
not saying you
Got
can't do
I
it.
mean,
Got
I'm
it.
not sure
But
it's
in
too-
order
I'm
to-
gonna help him.
In
Yeah,
order
that's
to
fair.
help someone with a ability check, you also have to be proficient with that skill. So otherwise, you can't offer anything to the person that's actually proficient and trained in it.
If you're trying to lift something and you're stuck at strength,
You're not going to help. You're not going to be good enough to know how to do that properly. If you're trying to look for arcana in a magic item, if you're not proficient in magic, you're not going to really know how to do that.
How are we at a mage school without being proficient in magic?
I mean,
that's what we're going to mage school
Possible.
for.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So, and then obviously, rule of cool comes above all. If you guys do something that I think is really cool, everyone's excited about, I want to encourage that. So if you guys come up with cool ideas, try them. If it's broken, I'll say yes this time. And then we'll kind of reevaluate from there. But that is my rules. Is everyone okay with those? Does anybody have any suggestions, additions, anything like that they want to talk about?
Sounds pretty cool.
I think those are good.
What if we had another character that came with our party who was named,
Michael.
yeah, sure. His name is
Mikhail?
Mikhail. He's like really, and nobody likes him. We all make fun of him constantly. He smells bad,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. And then, in case anyone needs to join in later, you know,
I mean, you are at a magic school with thousands of students, so wow, that student looks cool. He should join us. There you go.
I guess.
So I've decided on my race.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a high elf
Okay.
because it fits. I feel like.
It does. Yeah. High elf definitely give the I am better than thou vibe.
High elves would be Silver Quill, yeah.
Yep.
So.
Okay. So I think that's pretty much everything that I had for tonight. I don't know if there's anything anyone else wants to talk about.
Do we want to roll stats?
Yes, that I forgot about that. So if you would like to, we are going to roll stats tonight, or we can talk about other options for generation. So
No, I'm good with that. Rolling.
okay,
It
so
seems a
I
little more fair.
I just picked. Is that
that's okay. You can do that.
Okay.
It's
I'm
I
scared.
think it's more fun to roll. So
What
what
if
I'll
my
tell you.
character sucks?
What I'll tell you is I
Die quick.
hate that. If you roll less than point buy or standard array, I will give you standard array. So you're
Okay.
not going to have a bad character. It won't
That's
happen.
better.
It will just be what you have now or better.
Alrighty. I'm gonna do.
What do people think about that? I'm going to do it.
good.
We're going to do it in real dice. We're not going to do it
Okay.
online.
Okay.
Is everyone okay with that
Yeah.
option?
I'm fine.
Yep. Are we
As
gonna
long as
just?
you help me, that's all I need.
That's
So I don't
fine.
have
Are we
to
gonna do like roll 2, roll 3, keep 1? What are we gonna do?
Roll 4 and
Dude,
reroll 1.
we literally did this on the dice
3 years
tower.
ago.
I have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
That's okay.
I know what we're doing, but I don't know how to do it.
So the way
Right,
this
right.
works is you will roll 4d6, keep the highest 3.
For what?
That
For
will be
your,
your stat
your
number.
stats for like intelligence and.
So you can't get. I can't have a 20 at level 1.
I mean, you absolutely can because you can roll an 18
You get 3
I guess.
plus 2 from your
Yeah.
race.
I can't have a 22 at level 1.
22 is literally not possible until you hit 20 with certain classes.
Yeah. Let
Who
me.
wants to start us off?
Let me roll d20s for
I think
my
Cody
stats.
does.
You want to start us off, Cody?
No, but I will.
I'm just gonna do it in here because that nice hair is nice.
I don't want to, but I will.
All right.
Counts.
So we're gonna
Special,
start by writing
right?
it down. I'll write it down over here. Hang on.
We got strength, we got intelligence, we got wisdom, we got charisma. I'm not rolling.
Charisma.
So
I'm not rolling
these
for each
numbers, you're
individual.
gonna roll them 6 at a time, and then you
Yeah,
can pick
thanks.
where they go. They're not gonna
I've
be
been
straight
playing
order.
D&D for like 7 years. I
I
should
know.
know. I should know this
So
at this point.
they're-
I don't.
They're not gonna. You don't have to put them in order. So what you roll now doesn't have to be
Okay.
straight
So, and then you
deck,
can
just
decide.
goes- Correct.
Okay, you gonna write these down for
I will
me?
write these down for you.
Wow.
Wow, you made 2.
Incredible.
All right, what'd you get?
5, 3, 2, 4. So a 5, a 3, and a 4.
12.
Yep,
Okay.
That's not bad.
It's okay.
it's pretty bad. Oh gosh, a 5, a 3, and a 2.
Any ones you can reroll.
Oh, I can reroll ones. I should have rerolled the.
Then reroll. You can reroll one more.
That's a 5. So this one is 13. The last one was another 4. So add 1.
Okay, so 14 or 13. Sorry, 2 13s.
Ooh, 16.
Okay, it's a good one.
Nice. I feel like we're playing Yahtzee.
6. Whoa! There we go.
Yeah.
That's 17.
17, it's a good one. 2 more.
Oh. That's gonna be a dump stat. That'll be 12. Actually, that's not that
That's not too
bad.
bad.
That's
Dex.
a dump status. It's
Okay,
12.
one more.
Hey, that's not bad at all. That'll be 16.
Okay.
Okay.
So Cody got a 17, 16, 16, 13, 13, 12. So not
Okay,
bad.
not bad. Not bad at all. That's why you go first. Beginner's luck, right?
You have to be a wizard to be a spell sword.
And Aiden got 18, 18, 18,
Yes,
18,
and
18, and
why yours is
18.
different.
Alright.
I just understand sorcerer better. That's all.
That's fine. You can be
Hold
sorcerer.
on, let me write
But
these.
can I still
Let me
use
write
spell
these
sword
down
and
before you.
I'll have to
you
look
get
and see
too
what they have
far.
for their subclasses.
You want to be a what?
like a spell sword.
But no, it's not what it's called in this. It's called blade singer or slinger.
Blade singer.
Singer.
Alright, I got 13
Okay.
on the first one.
Okay.
That is a 17.
Ooh, good start.
Let's go.
It's a 5 and a 6 and a 3, so that's what, 9, 14.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. 5,
Yeah.
6, 6,
3, 14.
And that's a 1. So that doesn't
That's a
change
2.
anything. Yeah. So that's 12. That's another 16.
Okay.
And that's another 1. That's
Another
also
one.
Keep
so
rolling
that's-
ones.
it's-
Ones don't stick.
Ones don't stick.
Nope.
That's a 2.
I hate you.
Again.
Yep.
14.
14. Okay.
How many is that?
It's 5. One more.
Oh, one more. Alright.
Thank you.
Here is the 6.
Okay.
Oh, that's 18.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Nailed it.
Jeez.
Okay. So he got 18, 17, 16,
Hold on a second.
14, 14, 13. So you got
Jeez.
one stat a little higher than you, but one stat that's lower than you.
I
So it
guess.
kind of evens out a little bit, but
Hold on a second. I'm gonna put all these in because
Yeah, I gotta put mine in too.
you gotta create the guy though.
Yeah, I did already. All right, what were my rolls, John?
13, 13, 16,
What were my highest?
17,
Okay.
16, 16. Excited?
Nervous. I always suck at rolling dice.
3 ones. That would have been an
Wow, that's impressive. What were my other ones?
17, 16, 16, 15, 13, 12.
That makes me really nervous,
Can you
man.
read mine?
Uh,
18, 17.
That's one way
18,
to start a
17,
campaign.
16, 14, 14, 13.
With an 8.
15.
Okay.
That's not bad.
14, 14,
Yeah.
13.
Yep.
6.
Oh my
You
god.
said how much?
Oh, there's 4, isn't there? There are 3.
14. No, 15. 15.
Okay.
So there's 3 or 4.
It's
Oh
3 out of
my
4.
god.
Oh, yeah, it's a 2. Yeah.
10.
Okay.
I forgot it was best 3.
That'd be horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I had a bad
Hey, there you
feeling.
John.
So top, so that's 15. That's not
Okay.
bad.
15, 10, 15,
Cody.
What?
14.
Hmm.
Reroll the 1.
Yeah,
Could be
these-
higher. Yep.
That's 14.
Same thing.
Yep.
Okay.
That's an insane starting stat, dude.
Alrighty, that's not bad. 15.
Okay. One more.
Come on.
You got it.
There
Oh,
it is.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
the 18.
Oh, dang.
That's
Jeez,
gotta be
lucky.
intelligence.
That's actually pretty. Like you have one really good stat, one pretty low stat, but then everything else is pretty average.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of numbers.
That's a lot
John,
of
Yuan-Ti aren't in D&D Beyond.
7.
What?
Yeah,
Seven.
should be. Let me see.
I know. I was just telling him.
Can we use an inspiration for that?
Here's. Hold on a second.
It's okay.
Yeah, we got 2 natural 20s in the form of 18s.
That's true.
What are you on? They should be. I have them in the. I own the book. Are you? Did you click my button? My link?
In the
You have to create them in my campaign
I
because that's
thought
where you
that
get
this
all
was
my.
for. Okay, maybe not.
The link that I texted
That's
you.
what-
Okay,
You
the
have
one
to
you.
click that link
okay.
to use
That's
my
what works
resources, which
for
you
me.
have it.
Okay.
Okay.
7-Eleven, you're going for the gas stations.
14.
14.
Okay.
Another
Seven.
7.
No way.
Another 7. Same 2, 2, 2, 3.
Chris, I thought I was doing bad.
It's okay. It's
No.
not bad. That's a decent one. So that's 13.
Okay.
Decent.
5 or more.
Your average is gonna be like 10.
This is bad, guys.
Do it
You,
again.
you're gonna have to go
13.
again.
Do it again.
We'll come back to you. Let Ethan go in, then we'll come back. Because that one.
How many?
So I want to average the numbers you have up, or total the numbers you have up.
And split.
And no, don't split. Just total them up, and that gives you an idea of how you are.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes, I do.
Ready?
We can wait until he's done, so you don't have to go back and forth.
Wow.
Just add all the numbers that I told you up.
Okay.
Nope, Yanti
17.
isn't in here.
Yeah.
Let me look again, because I think it is.
I clicked on your link.
Okay.
Go ahead.
How are you spelling you want
Here,
to?
let me. Can I?
I've
see?
just put in TI to start.
Copy,
But that's,
13.
that's
copy the link first.
Okay.
From it.
copy the
Yeah,
link.
copy the link. 'Cause
Okay.
This is what I had to do.
Oh shoot. Okay. 17 again.
Oh my god.
Okay.
He's taking all your numbers.
Sorry.
I'm giving him inspiration.
Yeah, thank you.
You're helping him.
Yeah.
Well, but he's not really proficient in rolling dice.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm not either.
So I guess that would just be a 10. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, we dropped the wrong one of them.
Okay.
Otsad is in here, but
One
not
more.
Yanti.
How many more? One or two more?
Yeah,
Uh,
one
two
more.
more.
You go to campaigns.
I'm trying to decide on a name.
Henry.
No.
Oh no.
Oh god. So that would be 11.
Okay. One more.
Oh, that's not bad. 15.
Okay.
Sweet. Okay.
Alright.
Can I have those
Yes.
numbers again?
15, 10, 15, 14, 15, 18,
Can you double check mine?
17, 13, 17, 10, 11, 15.
10, 11.
You want me to average them or just add them all together?
The average, adding them all together just gives us an average of how everyone did in terms of like randomness. And then if you're less, go ahead.
Let's roll again. What was my total?
I need to add them up real quick.
Mine was
You want
87.
me to get to text?
That's pretty good.
Huh? You copied
7
this. You're
plus
in here.
11
I know.
plus 14
Yeah, I'm-
plus
See that?
7 plus 13.
Yeah. Okay. So now you've got that in there, right?
Mhm.
You were at
Should
65.
just pop up
That's
there, right?
83,
87.
87 to 65. That's not
I
bad.
got 90.
So,
9. Wow.
jeez. So, just as a, in general,
That's a lot better.
Oh, that's a much better.
14.
83, baby.
That's 15,
Yeah.
14.
6 and.
Oh, I thought it was a 6. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I'll take it.
Maybe Jonathan will have to make it.
Yeah, that was 2, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
You might just have to finish my character race for me.
Oh, there's an
There we
18.
there we go.
Let's go.
I'm so glad you
Just
just
gotta
rolled. Especially we're on the same in the same
House.
house.
18.
Or
Another?
Another 18.
Oh,
Let's go.
Okay,
Are you
let's
sure
go.
you're on
Let's go.
team?
For real, yeah.
You got him out of your system.
I do.
What?
16.
Let's go.
That's a good one.
Man.
Now the 6 is
I
rolling
like
in.
statistics.
It's just not here for me.
That one's not so good, but that's
Roll your 1 again.
I get a
That's
screw that.
Dude,
Yes! You
that
got a
is a
6.
6.
12.
Jeez.
Aiden and I are in the
yes.
exact same place, following the exact same steps, and he has Yuan-Ti on his list, and
Let
I
me
don't.
see in just a second.
You're the
Another
IT guy.
12.
Figure it
Yeah,
out.
you'd
No,
think.
Did you
Oh,
turn
wait.
it off and turn it back on?
15.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh, you already
You know
done.
what? Good
That was
point.
13.
Let's do
Oh,
it.
Okay.
Yep. 14, 12, 18, 18, 16, 12.
Keep rolling.
You got 2 18s?
He
I
did.
did, yeah.
Nice. So I just want to
Jeez,
clarify.
lucky.
Strength doesn't really matter.
Am I the only one who doesn't have an 18?
Really as much.
No, I don't. I only have 2 17s.
Like intelligence.
You still beat him. He had 90 points.
I had 92.
He's still slightly better than you, but you
I have the lowest total of everyone.
What's your total?
I don't know, but it's nowhere near that.
Check.
Yeah, it's close.
So
I think you.
with the wizard, intelligence is probably the most
Yeah, I
important,
think
and
so.
strength's probably like the least
Yeah.
important. Okay.
Wizard, if you want.
Cody, you're at
intelligence.
87.
Yeah, higher than me.
You're 3
I think
shy.
I
5
was
shy of
the
him,
lowest.
3 shy of him. You're not far.
Okay,
Yeah, I think I
that's not
was
too
then.
bad.
Ethan, what's your average? You know?
83. Or average, no, but my total is 83.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
The Constitution is 15.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Dex is probably the least important, which is
Okay, so
makes
let
me
me
sad.
average these up again. Cody, I said
Well,
you had
other than
87.
You have 14
Yep.
on charisma?
92. Chris, what did you average? Or did you sum your numbers up?
Yeah, it was 87.
Okay.
Well, why would I need Dex?
Dex is based in armor. It's going to give you armor and initiative.
But charisma. If I want everyone to believe that I'm smarter than them.
Right now you've got a +2 to both of them. Because you got up at 16 and
That's true.
14. So,
So I'll use this as my 15.
or you can switch.
Sorry, I'm summing all these numbers up so I have a list of them.
I don't care about people. It's fine.
I was hoping.
I feel like you might not have a high charisma if you're trying to be mean to people. Because you don't make friends well.
Yeah.
It's up to you, obviously, but...
I did it. So I had my 10 I did as my strength, and then my next lowest I did under charisma.
Okay.
So. Okay.
Ethan, have you rolled yet?
83 total.
Alright, Ethan. We're going to bump you up to 87.
Okay.
So...
Do you care where I put them?
They can't go above 18. And I would say I'd let you make one 18. Well, I'm not going to let you make any 18s because there are other players that don't have at least one 18.
You got it.
Other players.
I mean, Cody, I'll let you bump one of your 12. I'll let you bump your 12 down to an 11 and take an 18.
I'll do that. Yeah, I take that.
Okay, that's
So I got 118
You
now?
got 118.
That's fine. You can have 118.
The thing about owls, you can add 3.
Everyone gets to add 3.
Everybody needs to add 3. Okay.
You get 2 of one skill and 1 of another skill.
Okay.
Typically, that's how it always goes. Yep.
3 of this.
I'm just thinking of all the owl jokes. Who?
What kind
So
of-
you
what
get
kind
4
of
points.
owl
You can make 118, and then you
Kinda like a
kind
barn
of distribute
owl.
the other ones. I'd say leave
Not
them
really.
17 and 15, and then take them to low stats.
Buff.
But that's kind
Barn
of
owl.
up to you.
So
I guess however
Have
you
you
want to do it.
seen
Okay.
back.
soggy barn owls with their legs and how they're like half their. Hold on.
No.
Can you
Is there-
list off what I got?
Oh,
The numbers?
yes.
Sorry.
You were fine. You got a 14, 12, 18, 18, 16, 12.
Is there any specific language I need to know?
You get a pick. It's the cool part. So, okay, Cody, you said you're having trouble.
Yeah, I can't find your T.
Let me go make it for you.
Nice.
Did you add a character to the campaign?
Yeah, it's called Shadows Manon's character right now. I haven't decided on a name yet.
View. Oh, it's probably gonna yell at me 'cause it's not full
So
screen.
that's you.
That's awesome.
Let me
Let
see.
me see it again.
I love that.
Perfect.
Did you send this to you?
Yeah,
Get
it pops up
Yankee.
just fine
Yeah,
on mine.
that's funny.
Weird. Well,
It's
like
a-
literally,
it's a-
me and Aiden were in
it's
the
a
same screen, and it would pop
Alright,
up for
try
me.
refreshing
Baby.
now. If I remember right.
Okay.
Right,
Because all the
lost.
feathers are
Can't
white and
remember. Yeah,
falling
sure
off
did.
and stuff. But,
Why is the
dude, owl legs are a whole lot
Okay.
longer than you think.
Campaigns.
Yep.
Bro, what's deep speech?
that is like underdark, abyssal type creatures.
Okay.
So I'm here.
Celestial
Shadows Man's
could be
character.
cool.
That's me.
Okay.
So I got characters. Shadows Man's character.
Okay.
I don't know.
On it.
Strixhaven campaign.
And then hit configure. Okay.
Minotaur.
We're gonna go up to there. Manage character levels.
Mm-hmm.
I already did it, but I'm gonna try and remove it and see if we can do it.
I'm wondering if would Torment.
Mine didn't have that option. Mine just had the configure button.
That's because
So
you.
we're already-
It's because I already
we're
added the
already
thing
know.
for you. So if we go back to race,
So
and I'm
there
gonna
it
say
is.
change race,
I just common and Elvish.
and then
That's I get one
It
more.
wasn't there.
you don't
I
have a
threw
lot.
out
Of, oh no, you
primordial.
have
What's
all.
that?
You should have.
No, that's look at that. There's more races than this.
I know there are. I'm not sure why you're.
Because we're on a different plane, right?
Primordial's the elemental planes language, right?
I think so.
Would like Celestial be good then?
Maybe.
Could be.
Draconic would be really great if we ever get to meet. All 5 of the colleges were founded by dragons, but they haven't been seen in millennia.
I
That was
almost
kinda weird.
want to do Draconic
I
just
got it
because
set
of
up
our
that way, so
last
you can kinda make it
campaign.
Yeah.
That's the only
You can be
reason.
size. You can be a small or medium. And then
I might
there
do
you go.
Draconic
Thank you.
just
Do you wanna,
because.
do you wanna be
Which cameras? is this?
small piles of rock and small snakes?
Why did you?
What?
That's-
Just small piles of rock and small
So
snakes.
my
Turn the camera
Oh
on
my
for me a
god.
second.
No, I'm being
Sorry.
medium snake. I want to be big.
He's performance shy.
He's what?
Need
Performance
medium
shy?
snake.
It's okay.
He's a
What?
grower, not a
Medium
shower.
snake.
Oh, we're talking
Medium
about the snake. We're talking about that. That's also true.
You want to
That's
see my
very
medium
true.
snake?
Yeah, just when you turn it on.
No,
it
that's
goes-
not the camera, and Chris was saying he's a grower, not a shoulder, and Ethan thought you were talking about your snake.
But also the camera too.
Yes.
This class has magic resistance.
Yes, they do.
Advantage on saving throws against spells.
Yep.
Oh
I feel like
gosh.
that's pretty good here.
It is. I think deep gnomes also have that ability. So, but yeah.
Cool.
So that is all that I've
So
got for
many
today.
numbers.
Anything else that
a lot of
I didn't think
numbers.
about?
Lot of
And we
numbers,
can do
dude.
some of this off camera.
We sure can.
As long as I'll put your names in. Do you want me? Are you gonna do the names yourself in there, or do you want me to
I
make
can go there.
graphics?
I have the fonts
That's
now,
probably
so I can just
easier.
have them in, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you need from me?
I don't believe so currently. I'll reach out if I do. Not a logo, kind of a logo for Twitch
Okay.
because we have our old one on.
I was
here,
gonna
so-
say yeah. I was gonna say, do you want me to update all this stuff? Because on our branded graphics, whatever is what I call it, like our profile picture and our
Yeah.
banner. It's still orange. I don't know if you
Yeah.
wanted me to update it to the purple.
Yeah, we'll
color.
switch to purple or
Okay.
anything. So yeah, whenever you get a chance, that's fine. I'm not in a huge rush for those though. So, well, that's it. I'm gonna close out our stream.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks for dealing with all the problems. I gotta figure that camera out because it's giving us fits.
We'll figure it out.
And that one was too for some reason.
Or just get like a remote control button that has like a little stick on it that clicks the power button or
every
whatever.
couple of minutes.
Just
Yeah.
a really long stick.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, no, just get a little, make a little Rube Goldberg machine. You have a domino that you
No, he just
like
pokes
red.
me and I just go.
Yeah.
You're my Rube Goldberg machine. All right. Well, that is where we'll call our session then tonight, and we will see you all possibly next week or the week after. We need to talk about that off stream, and we'll go from there.
Yep.
Bye.
Peace out.
Peace out.